Good morning, Manisha Mooneycar,
Tanya Smitherin,
and
and
we're
we're with Bats and Associates.
And welcome to this episode of Grand Slam with Bats.
Yes.
That's right. And as promised, he said we would bring in an expert um, on week one. So in that term, we're bringing in a project manager today who is managing this great
Yes.
property renovation that's going on, and along with her we will also have a contractor who's going to talk to us about the project and his job over here. So Tanya, what all are we going to do today?
So today, just like Manisha said, we will be interviewing the project manager and the contractors. We are here in the Norwood Historical community, and we're going through a full renovation project. And they have really just got started with the tear out. So you will see it's taken back to the studs. We'll be able to go through and take a tour of the property, and then we're going to interview them and ask them about best practices and things that they could share with you guys. So let's go in and take a look at the property.
Okay, let's go.
Hey guys, this is Tanya Smitherin and
Manisha Mooneycar
with Bats and Associates. Welcome to our next edition of Grand Slam with Bats. Today we are here in the historic district of Norwood, and we are here with Janice Schneiberg with Ladybug Properties, who is the project manager, and with Steve Merchant and Albert Thomas with Merchant Development Inc. So Manisha's going to ask them a couple questions about project as a whole and renovating. So Manisha?
All right. Well, we're so excited to have our great professionals talking to us about the project and your profession, right? So Janice, tell us, you're a project manager, and can you introduce yourself and tell us how long have you been doing it, and what does project management even mean?
Okay, my name is Janice Schneiberg, and I've been doing this project manager probably for about 3 to 4 years, but my background is always been in construction. A good project manager is a person that brings either the homeowner, the builder, or the contractor together, make sure all the financing stays on point. If there's any changes in the project, someone convey the information basically to the contractor who's actually doing the work, and just make sure the project runs smooth. That way, most time homeowners have regular jobs. So this homeowner brought us in because he really didn't have time to manage his own project. He wanted to make sure the renovation went as smooth as possible. So that's the reason we brought Steve and his partner on to be the contractor on this project. So I'll turn it over to Steve.
Hey, my name is Steve Merchant, and I own the company Merchant Development Inc. And this is my right hand, Albert Thomas. You know, without him, all these things cannot be possible. He works very hard, and he's a good man. And we're trying to finish this job, you know, within almost about 3 months. Trying to work as quick as possible to get this ready for the owner.
All right, so Albert, can you tell us what is a couple things that everybody should know about renovating properties? So how should they approach it? What are the steps that you have to look at?
Well, you have to look at cost most of all. If it's will fit in the budget.
Right.
And a lot of times people get out of budget and they start on a project.
Yes.
And it goes way over what you expect. And of course, when you get in a house like this, there's some things you just can't know that's gonna come up. But you know, you have to get a contractor that's willing to work with you and help you get through the process without you suffering a lot of damage.
Yes, definitely.
You don't want to get stuck in a big project.
Right.
So you have to do your research and get reliable people, and with good reputations.
Yes.
That's not gonna gouge you and
true.
leave you hanging.
Exactly.
And
Yes.
That's exactly right.
So we try to, we try to work with people, and we try to get the job done in a fair amount of time, and not to do it in an extreme price gouge or anything like that.
Awesome. So you guys heard it from Albert. You have to make sure that you're realistic about your project, for sure, right, Manisha?
Right, absolutely.
And you want to make sure that you are working with a reputable company, because there are a lot of people out here that say that they can do the work, but how reputable are they? Do they have a system in place? Are they going to be able to communicate well with you on your project and help you look at what is the most cost-effective way to complete the project? Anything else, Manisha, you could think of?
Right, and also, like Albert said, it is so important to spend the time at the beginning in a planning process.
Yes.
Make sure you're planning everything step by step, so that, maybe midway down the road, that it doesn't, kind of fall apart.
Yes,
or things
blow
like
up.
that. Blow up,
Yes,
blow up, and
definitely.
your budget is all finished or done or whatever. But anyway, it's very, very important, and we with Batson Associates, we always stress that, planning process is very, very important.
Most definitely.
Even the construction part, right?
Very
Planning,
important.
sitting down with your contractor and your project manager, and doing the step-by-step process is as important as
Doing
the project
it.
itself.
Right.
Right?
Right, definitely.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Now, I do have one more question for Steve. So now Janet said, that her job is to work with the owner and the contractor to kind of put things together. What about you? How do you communicate with, you know, your team and Janet to kind of put things together? How does that work on your side?
Well, I have, just like her, she has to deal with me and the owner. And for me, I have to deal with her and all my labor. So it's a communication skill. And thanks to God, you know, that she has a very good communication. We have no problem. They are, you all very nice people to work with. And our communication level is very high. And this is what I like. And whenever I do the work, I want to make sure that, you know, the understanding has to be there. So, you know, the work goes very smooth.
Right. The communication is key.
Yeah.
So planning and communication, you gotta have them both. Cause
Yeah.
if you don't have one or the other, it's not gonna go smooth. It is not going to be good for anyone involved. The owner, the project management, or the construction team. So for it to be a winning combination, you gotta do your due diligence, you gotta have the planning down, you have to have good communication and good expectations, and also have a plan as far as this is what's gonna be done during this time frame. So that sets the expectation for everyone involved with the project. So there's no gray area. You have black and white. And that is what it takes to have a successful completed project from beginning to end. Anything else?
That's it. And before we go, we just want to ask each of you, you know, what advice do you have for investors or project managers or contractors out there who's trying to do this and, you know, wanting to be in the business?
I think the best thing for people to do is understand basic construction. You have to have construction knowledge so you will understand when they say this doesn't work, this costs more. If you do this or this, if you remove this wall, this is what's behind this wall. Once you take down plaster or drywall, we're doing a complete gut here. So we're removing all the novelty, all the plumbing. So basically this is gonna be like a new construction job because we're going all the way back to the stud. But you do have to understand that things do happen, and when things happen in construction, it costs more. That just doesn't happen and there's no more money involved. So when you set your budget, be very realistic of what you can achieve with the budget you have set.
Awesome.
Very well said, yeah.
Steve,
Very
what about you?
I would say no matter what business you do, if you do it with honesty and working hard, you will get success. And it's not easy, but you have to stick with your words that honesty and hard work come first.
Yeah, definitely.
That's true.
All right, Albert, any
Yeah, well, I
advice?
just think that you should always be fair with people. And, you know, because you want people to be fair with you, so, you know, and, you know, sometimes, if you go into a project saying, you know, I know everything, and you know, and they don't know nothing, you won't get very far.
Right.
That's true.
Because you can always learn something.
Something.
true.
That's right.
Exactly.
That's right.
Yes.
So
And we
Exactly.
And
believe in that,
we
yeah.
truly believe in that,
Yeah,
right?
right,
that's
Yes,
right.
yes,
So,
definitely.
you know, so I'm always looking to learn something. And, so as long as I've been in construction, about 45 years.
45
And-
years. Did y'all hear that? Albert's been in construction 45 years.
So, but I still learn stuff. So,
That's
so you know, and when I first started with the hammer and the nails, and for a long time they had the air tools and everything, and I wouldn't change.
Trade, right.
So
Now you got a gun and shoot the nails.
So I was nailing my shingles on up on the roof, and the other guys So they had the air guns and
They
everything, and
were
they was
rolling.
free.
They were
Yeah.
done. That's right.
Yeah.
They were
You was
done.
inside the
Yeah,
house
this
there.
ain't gonna
That's
work.
exactly
But I was
right.
pretty good, you know. I
Yeah.
put
Right.
the nails
Yeah,
in between
cat.
the fingers, and
Yeah,
Yeah.
Bruce Cat.
Yeah.
That's
they
right.
was still. I was like John Henry, but
Yeah, that's true.
John
That's
Henry
true.
had to bow down to that jacket.
That's
Right,
exactly right.
right.
Change with time. That's
Yeah.
right. That's
So
what it's
you,
called.
anything that can improve, you know, you go with that. So.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys so much for your time and spending time with our fans and our subscribers of our YouTube channel. And guys, we just want to make sure that we always bring great information that can benefit you and help you get a grand slam with bats. So stay tuned to next week's episode. Have a great rest of the day. Thanks.
Thanks,
Bye.
Steve.